one even knows what a Wonderwall is, right? It's from some 60s obscure like film that George Harrison wrote the soundtrack for. So there's a lot of like probably Beatles fans who don't even know that, let alone people in like, you know, out in the Far East or somewhere like that. And I was thinking, well, you know, how mad is that? Because the Wonderwall isn't actually anything, but like all these, obviously people got on the sentiments of the songs, and it's about relationships between two people. But I think most of the songs are about pride and about just, you know, sticking your chest out, standing up for yourself, and just, I don't like not using the term having a laugh, but just enjoying life, because life ain't that bad really. I mean, it can be for some people, but that's why I can never write miserable lyrics like. Loads of miserable people write miserable lyrics, right?
Bunch of them from Manchester.
But I'm quite, you know, I'm quite a jolly, happy-go-lucky type.
You never say anything nice about your lyrics, and you're a songwriter, and you won't let anybody else in the band write a song. and any time anybody asks you about your lyrics, you're always like, oh, it's nonsense. I'm not paying any attention to that stuff. And it does sell millions and millions of copies, and you're right, it lives in the hearts and minds of young people all over the world, so there's got to be something going on there.
I know, but I always have this fear that if I ever stumble across The Secret, then I don't know, if I ever know what I'm... I mean, because to me, I said it all in Rock and Roll Star and Live Forever. Dead and Wonderwall. They're probably the three, you know, lyrics that mean the most to me. And once you've said in Rock and Roll Star, you know, I'm getting up, I'm going out, I'm getting a shag, I'm having a beer, I'm coming home, I'm getting another shag, and I'm having another beer, and I'm going to go back out again. That's basically what that song's about. So there you've got like your, you know, your youth culture theme there. And then Live Forever is about a relationship with someone like a friend, but not necessarily someone that you're involved with. So there's the friendship side of it. And Wonderwall is about being in love, so what more is there to write about, I ask myself. I don't want to write about, you know, jumping off cliffs or anything like that just because you're miserable. You know, that's not what I do.
It's not just because you're worried about being called a nonce if you talk about it too much.
Well, there's always that, I suppose, yeah. But no, not really. I mean, I can only write from my own perspective, and usually when I write, I mean, I'm a Gemini anyway, right? So I'm quite contradictory anyway. So usually when I get the urge to write, I'm usually sort of quite out there anyway. But I wanna talk tonight until the morning light about how you saved my life. You and me see how we are. You and me see how we are. The person that you watch on the television is not the person that, you know, that lives at home. It's you know, I'm quite...
Which is better?
I can see my missus right now down that camera going, the one that's on the telly. But, yeah. She'll probably say it's the one that's on the telly, but I prefer the one that lives at home, because I don't have to do anything, just sit around the house and eat crisps and watch the telly. You know. But I don't know. I suppose you can't have one without the other. I only wear hats when it's raining, kids. That's a bit of advice there from your Uncle Noel. Don't wear a hat. It's raining or it's cold, because you look like a knobhead. Hi, Liam. All right. What do you mean? Not well. You slag.
When do you remember music entering into your life then?
It was through our kid, probably. Because I never liked music. I used to hate it. I used to think anyone with a guitar or music, anyone listening to records is a weirdo. And I thought, I'm not having none of that. So I went into football and just running around people's back gardens and just being a little cunt. And then he started bringing on records, and then that's it. I just got into it. Then I started singing, and I thought, I'm having a bit of that. I was just into being I was just into hanging about on the streets, basically. I was a hooker. I was a hooker when I was 15. Come on.
I want to talk about people that you admire, people that from your life, people in your real life, people that you admire. Who would you?
My mum, our kid, your brother.
Tell me about your mum. Tell me about...
I just admire I just admire her, you know.
Because she went through a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
no holding, you know what I mean? No crumbling going on. Just near a lightweight.
Yeah. I mean, it's been very well documented what happened with your old
Which
man.
I prefer not to have been, but that's life.
And she was always there, wasn't she?
Yeah, of course. She was right. Yeah, she's just a double strong person.
And obviously, there's a total admiration with Patsy as well.
Oh, yeah. And James.
What about the change in the quality of your life since you met Patsy?
The change of it.
Yeah.
Keeps me sane, man. Sometimes. You know what I mean? I've always needed someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always need to be around them, you know what I mean? Couldn't do it on my own.
Yeah.
I go mad.
You're not a loner then?
So,
You're not a loner?
nah, can't do it, can't do it. Need something to bounce off.
Because you obviously did miss out on these things because of your dad. I'm assuming this, but there will obviously never be a time when you forgive the man.
No, never. Because he doesn't even want to be forgiven, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. It's not... If he did, then, I'd think about it, but no fucking way. Then he goes in the... he's just a slag, isn't he, basically? He's always in the fucking press going on about this and that, saying that my mum drove me away from them and stuff, it's like bollocks. You were I see and you've given me my eyes, you know what I mean, and that is the end of it. Yeah. And I can't forgive people like that. And I won't want to be forgiven if I behave like that. I'm a full-on seeker, but I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the church, anyway.
Why did you turn your back on that, then? Why?
Because, just the way things go. Because there's one, right, where it's like... So you get in the church, you get married and that, yeah? You go through a bad marriage and all that stuff. Then you file for divorce. Or you can't go and take the body of Christ every week or something. Because you break a marriage or whatever. And then everything that she believed in, she couldn't take part in it because she wanted to get out of the marriage and that. So it's like, what?
So they weren't supporting her?
Yeah, basically, it's like you can't take the body of Christ if you choose to, and that's the way it goes. So basically, it was like a big off to her beliefs. So mine's a big off to their beliefs.
There's always been an incredible sense of self-belief, and I would imagine it was there at the beginning because you all knew that something special was happening. A lot of people do take that for arrogance, and they're misreading it.
Well, that's another thing. That's what pisses me completely off. Because I ain't arrogant, you know what I mean? Arrogance is rudeness, you know what I mean? That's what arrogance is. It's being rude.